Hey everybody. Okay, so I am here to help you with final review number 1. Okay, so the very first question asks, when is your final? Okay, so your final is on, I was going to say Monday, it's Tuesday. Tuesday, May 28th, if you are first period. If you are in second period, yours is going to be on 5/29. And if you are in third period is on the last day on 5/30. Please do not say 5/31. There is no school. Okay? We're all going to be on summer break, so don't pick that one. Okay? So that's the easiest question ever. Now you know when your final is. Okay? Next question. All right, so moving on to our next question, we want to know what is 40% of 80? Okay? Now this is not a question with a whole lot of steps, so that's a nice change. Okay, we'll get to lots of steps later. All right, so we need to find my calculator for one. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, this is asking what is, so if I'm translating this from English to math, that's the thing that we don't know. X is means equals 40% of, that's a great big multiplication sign, and then this number 80. Okay, I didn't write the percent down because percents, they don't really work very well in math. I need to change this to a decimal. Okay, so how do I do that? I am going to take my little decimal point and I'm going to move it boopity boop right there. So 0.4. I can put the 0 here if I want, but I don't really need it. Okay, times 80. That's literally all that I have to do. So let me get my calculator out here. 0.4, I can put a 0 if I want, but it doesn't matter, times 80 equals 32. Okay, so that's my answer. Easy peasy. That's it. All right, let's move on to number 2. Okay, number 2 has a few more steps in it, and you have to show all of them. So we have 5x plus 4 equals negative 3x minus 12. Now I know this is on Go Formative, but honestly it's so much easier if you just write it all in your notebook and then take a picture of it. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is we need to move the x's onto one side. Doesn't matter which side. Now I don't like negatives, they make me twitchy, so I want to get rid of the negative. So let's start there. Opposite of a negative is a positive. So I'm going to go plus 3x. Here's a mistake I keep seeing over and over again. People will need to move it to this side. You can't take it away from the 12, that's the same side. You can't take it away from the 4, it doesn't have an x. But 5x does, so we're going to put it all the way over here. Okay? These guys cross out. They are gonzo. It's terrible x. Okay? 5 plus 3 is 8x. Okay? Plus 4 equals, that's gone. All I have is a negative 12. That's it. Okay, now I need to move all the numbers to the other side. I saw a lot of people trying to move the 12 because they don't like negatives. You can't do that, okay? You need to pick something. You need to get things away from the x. This is the third wheel. We don't like it, so let's get rid of it. So we're going to subtract 4 from both sides, okay? These guys, gonzo. Okay, what do we have left? We have 8x equals, now what is negative 12 minus 4. That's tricky, you guys. It's not a regular 12. It's a negative 12. Negative 12 minus 4. Use your calculator. It is your friend. It is negative 16. Okay. All right. Next step. Running out of room. Okay. 8 and the x, they are together. They are multiplying. We need to do the opposite, which is divide. So we're going to divide by 8. Divide by 8. Okay, 8 divided by 8, that makes a great big giant 1. So now I'm left with 1x. One sad, lonely little x that you cannot see because it's not on your screen. Sorry. One little x equals, what's negative 16 divided by 8? I'm all out of hand, so just trust me when it is negative 2. So make sure on your answer in Go Formative that we're typing in x equals negative 2. All right. I'll try to write smaller so I have more hands. And I think I'm going to need another color here. All right. Next question. Definitely need another color. Let's do a lighter blue here. Okay, first step. Here's our problem. 3 times x minus 4 minus 4 more equals 3x plus 4 minus x. Oh my God, you guys. There's like a lot going on with this problem here. All right, so the first thing we need to do is distribute because we have parentheses. Parentheses always comes first in our order of operations. So we got to multiply the 3 times everything that's in here, but not this guy. He's not in the parentheses. We're going to ignore him, okay? 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Okay? Parentheses are done now. We're all done. So now we're just going to copy down the rest of our problem. Minus 4 equals 3x plus 4. Okay? Cool. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we need to combine our like terms. Okay? So now if I'm looking here just on this side, let's ignore this for right now. Is there anything here that goes together? This has an x, no one else has an x. Neither of these have x's. So let's put these guys together. So what is negative 12 minus 4? We literally just did that in our last problem. So it is negative 16. Okay? All right. Now here's my equal sign. Now I want to look at this side. Sorry about the shadow, you guys. It's dark in here. So is there anything that I can put together over here? Oh, there would be if I had copied the whole problem down correctly. Shame. Okay. So is there anything over here that can fit? This 4, there's no other. These guys have x's. Okay, if I have 3 x's here and I take one of those x's away, how many x's do I have? Huh? 2x. 3 minus, remember there's a little 1 right here? 3x minus 1x is 2 x's. And then I'm going to copy down my 4 from up here. And oh, I have my 3x over here. Got to copy that down too. 3x. All right, here we go. 3x minus 16 equals 2x plus 4. All right, now I have x's on both sides, and I have numbers on both sides. Good night. Lots of steps today. Okay, let's try to get rid of some. So let's get rid of some x's. Should I get rid of the 3 or the 2? I don't really like the negative numbers. This one's smaller. Let's do this one. You can do either one, but this is what I choose to do. The opposite of plus 2 is minus 2x. Minus 2x. Okay. Now, what do I have? These guys, gonzo, Goodbye. Sayonara. Okay. 3 minus 2 is just 1x. I can put the 1 here if I want, but I really don't need it. I'm just going to leave it off. It's cleaner that way. 1 lonely little x. Okay? Minus 16 equals, and all I have over here is a 4. Okay, making some progress. Now, I have numbers on both sides, so I need to get rid of 1. So this x is all by himself, so let's get rid of this 16. The opposite of negative 16 is plus 16. So plus 16, oh, this looks green. I don't like this color anymore. Plus 16. So now I have x equals, what's 16 plus 4? Just trust me. Pretend that I got my calculator out. 20. All right. There you go. That was a lot, you guys. Sheesh. Okay. I really hope that you're not fast forwarding through this, because that's not going to help you on your final, which is what I'm trying to do. What Miss Heinrich is trying to do. Okay, let's see. I just did that one. Number 5. Number 5. That's going to be hard to show you on a whiteboard. So we're going to do our best. Okay, we have to graph. What is this? Y equals, can you see that? Yes. 3x plus 4. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. Okay, we are going to count up on this. We need to look at our starting point. Here's our starting point, plus 4. So I'm going to go 0, plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to assume that that's 4. I can't draw, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, next I'm going to look at my slope. My slope is a 3. Remember, that's the same as 3 over 1. So I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Okay? Then I'm going to take my handy dandy Go Formative tool, and I'm going to draw a line right through. Okay? Probably should have done this on a whiteboard. I'm 12 minutes in, so you guys are stuck with me. Sorry. Okay, that's it for that one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so what is our next one? Number 6. Ooh, tricky, tricky. It wants to know, what is the slope? I'm not going to write the whole thing, you guys. What is the slope of a line that passes through 3, 6, and 1, 8? Okay, that's what we need to know. All right, now we're only looking for the slope, not the whole shebang. So there was a super big complicated formula. Does anybody remember what it is? It is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Do you remember this? Okay, so we need to go through here and we need to mark what these are. So this is my x and this is the y. X, that looks like a y, and y. 1, 1, 2, 2. Your pencil probably looked much nicer than mine. Okay, now I'm going to change this equation and I'm going to fill in all the numbers that I have. Y2 is an 8 minus y1, which is a 6, over x2, which is a 1, minus x1, which is a 3. There. Okay, so now, I should have taken more time. Let's make this smaller. equals what? 8 minus 6 is 2 over 1 minus 3. Oh man, that's going to be a negative. I better get my calculator out. Make sure I do this right. Okay? 1 minus 3. Ah, it's not 2. It's a negative 2. Negative 2. All right, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it into Desmos, and Desmos is going to go beep, beep, boop. 2 divided by negative 2. Why, the answer is negative 1. And that is my answer. But I need to show all of these steps on my Go formative. Okay? All right. Whoop. That's the bell. Let's see if I have time for this one last problem. I'm not sure how I'm going to solve it on my whiteboard. Now I kind of wish I'd done this on the computer. It wants to know, what is the solution to this system? Let's see, can I pass this under here? What is the solution to this system? That's a tricky one. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this and I'm going to try to figure out where these two lines cross. So right here, see how they touch, right? There. So that is going to be my answer. So I'm going to look down. That is, can I make this bigger? Yes, I can. All right. So if I look right here at this cross, if I look down, that's a 4. And I'm going to look over, that's a 5. So my answer is going to be 4, 5. That's it. You just have to look at where they cross. Sometimes when you're doing it by graphing, it's super duper easy. Sometimes it's not so easy. It just kind of depends on what the problem is. All right, guys, I hope that helped and that you guys are all good with review number 1. Okay, you've got 9 days until finals. Okay, don't waste them. Study hard. All right, good luck.